This is the UR Business Network.
Hi, and welcome to the New York Real Estate Journal radio show. I am Eric Wilson, alongside my Pilates and yoga connoisseur, Rick Kaplan. And today's show is brought to you by the New York Real Estate Journal, bringing together the commercial real estate industry for over 25 years. If you'd like to be a guest or sponsor of the show, call 800-654-4993 or email radio@nyrej.com. Again, that's 800-654-4993 or email us at radio@nyrej.com. Rick, how you doing? I know you just came from the studio. How's things?
Things are good. I just finished my Pilates class and my yoga.
It's really showing on your waist. I'm glad everybody can see. But today's show, we're going to be joined by Ayall Schanzer, who is the CEO of Friedland Realty. They cover New York and Westchester County. And more brokerage firms. I know that you're always looking for investment opportunities, Rick, so this should be fantastic for you.
That's right. I'm looking for Westchester County.
You don't even know what state that's in. I don't even know I've mentioned New York twice for the show. As I said, he's always present but never here. Let me get him on the phone real quick.
By the way, I'm always looking for a Pilates guru. So.
Oh, there you go, Ayall. You got him.
You love my classes. Yeah. It comes with a martini.
It comes with a martini and a pulled pork sandwich. So as you can already hear, Ayall is already on the phone with us. I was just going to introduce him. He is the CEO of Friedland Realty. Thanks for joining us, Ayall.
My pleasure.
So let's jump right into it. Why don't you tell us a little bit about Friedland Realty and what services you guys provide?
Well, I'm happy to. Friedland Realty has been in business for over 40 years. It's the largest individually or single-owned, privately owned realty in Westchester County. I am the new CEO, brought on board to take the company to a new level, building off of all of the accumulated knowledge and the hard work that was built in this organization over the past 40 years.
So what's your background?
I'm an attorney by profession. I'm a recovering attorney. I started my career as a prosecutor with Robert Morgenthau in the Manhattan DA's office, and from there I went on to a large corporate law firm. And then I got recruited out of the law to do corporate turnarounds. And I've been doing corporate turnarounds and building companies for the past 20 years. And one day I had the epiphany that I'd rather hire lawyers than be one. So I wound up at Friedland Realty almost by accident, but the best thing that ever happened to me. I was introduced to the chairman of the board. I shared with him my vision for the company, and he shared with me what he thought was possible, and here we are today.
So how long have you been with them?
I've been for 5 months, so I'm brand new. But in these 5 months, I've done a complete review, not only of the marketplace, both on a macro and a micro level, but also looked at our organization and did a strategic analysis of where we need to be and how we need to grow. And in that process, we've done a whole lot of things in terms of organizational restructuring. We have a new look, and perhaps more importantly, a new outlook. So part of the restructuring we did is to reflect our recharged vision, strategy, and value proposition. And behind that, we have a brand new look in terms of our brand. Mm-hmm. And most importantly, insofar as I'm concerned, is that we're building a new culture within this organization. And we're seeing tremendous impact, both in terms of how we're doing things with our new technologies and the response of the marketplace to the steps that we've taken so far.
So what were some of the new visions that you had for this company?
There were several-fold. One is that we wanted to expand our geographical footprint. We're actively recruiting new talent. We put a new sales training program in place. We worked on how we all work together, creating a team of collaboration, a spirit of collaboration, teamwork, building confidence within the organization that we all have each other's back, and that together we can do more than we could do individually, and that high tide rises all boats. And so we put this new program in place that rewards our brokers for working together.
That seems to be the new trend over the last couple of years that we've, because Rick and I are in the media, we tend to see this a lot. A lot of companies are going away from the single model employee to the collaboration employee.
And I do like the marine analogy.
I was trying to think of a Pilates analogy. It just didn't come to mind.
I couldn't give you one either.
So the underlying philosophy is that to serve our clients in a world that is flat, in a world where information is plentiful, that the differentiator is not what you do, but how you do it. And so how we're going about servicing our clients, we introduced a new concept called the 360-degree perspective. And so for every client that retains us, we have a methodology, the Friedland methodology, the 360-degree perspective of identifying the property's personality, of understanding the company that we represent, what they're looking for, and all of the throughputs that entails understanding both the requirement of the customer and the landlord, and marrying the two, using all sorts of new technologies, using new ways of communicating with our clients, by depicting properties, by using drones and various other forms of really giving a better, broader perspective throughout that process.
Who are some of your typical clients?
Oh, it ranges from people, retailers like Burger King, McDonald's, Walgreens, to some of the larger property owners in the county and in the city. So
now you're using drones.
I know. That's all Rick thought about. He saw it. He was like, "Oh, here's my chance."
By the way, I know where you live.
Yeah, he's like, "Here's my chance to talk about drones." I've been waiting years for the commercial industry.
Well, it seems like this is a common thing now. The drones in commercial real estate, especially.
Well, because they used to have to do aerial flights, they don't have to do that anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
But it's also internal, right? So if you go with the theme of 360-degree perspective, which is our new mantra vis-a-vis how we handle our clients, then what better way to give them a perspective of a viewing of a particular property? They get to see the inflows and outflows of how traffic comes in and out of the property. It shows them an aerial view. It gives them a 360-degree visual tour, virtual tour inside. So this way, we value our customers' time, and we want to give them as much information early on in the process as possible so that they can make informed decisions, so that when we interact, we're interacting, we're using our time very productively. And we can do much more using technologies than we could just doing it the old way. So it's a whole new approach to how we interact and communicate with our clients.
So this saves quite a bit of time for the client. If they're looking for a property to lease or to purchase, now they can just go on the internet and see this property. Or you send them a link to your website where you have this property, so they don't have to now travel all around.
Correct.
Correct. Makes sense.
And you actually, way to segue. Aren't you actually, because you guys just rebranded, you're actually launching a new website, aren't you?
That's absolutely correct. So July 25th, we're happy to announce the launching of our new website, which will incorporate a lot of these new technologies that we're embedding into our service delivery mechanism.
So you've embedded some of the technologies that you use to interact with clients now right into the website for the typical user to come across and use as well? Correct.
So our website will be a destination where clients can go to view properties. They can put their requirements, depending on whether you're a retailer looking for particular space in a particular location with a particular population density. You can put all your requirements and be able to log on and view what's available, contact a broker. But we like to treat our clients, whether it's on the retail side of things, whether it's on the industrial side of things, whether it's a landlord or whether it's a tenant, as a trusted partner. And want to understand our clients, what their requirements are, and even if something is not on the market, we try to find something that is suitable for their needs, which sometimes means leveraging the accumulated knowledge of our brokers who have been, I think our accumulated work experience in this particular space is well over 300 years. Wow. So it's not only a matter of finding a match based on technology, but it's also really establishing a relationship with the client so that we fully understand what they're looking to accomplish, and whether something is in inventory or not, we'll make it happen for them.
Right.
And as you probably know, there's an asymmetry today in the marketplace between buyers and sellers. Many more buyers than there are sellers. Mm-hmm. And so the trick is, being able to identify the ideal location for our clients. And the other way around, finding the best buyer for the sellers.
Right. Well, finding a space for someone is much like a relationship. Just because you match doesn't mean you fit. Oh, that's a nice little tagline. I just right there.
Wait, let me write that down.
Yeah, right. That's out there.
That's going up on their new website.
Yeah. So, what is like some of the? I know that New York is booming, much like we're from Boston. Is much like booming, like we are here, with a lot of the new renovations going on, new residential buildings. What are some of the companies besides? I know that Governor Cuomo wanted the big tech companies to start making like almost the second Silicon Valley. What are some of the other companies you see or industries coming into New York City and the Westchester County and taking up some of this space that's out there?
Biotech is definitely a big piece of it. Healthcare companies, health-related companies are big players right now. In this sort of reconfiguration of the industry, there's a whole lot of consolidation happening, which means people are sort of looking for new space, looking to dispose of old space. That is a very big driver, at least in the Westchester market. In the Bronx market, as the real estate in New York City heats up and certain locations become more and more expensive, businesses that want to be close to, for example, Manhattan or in the center of New York City, were outpriced from Brooklyn. Manhattan is untouchable, so the Bronx is becoming a very popular destination for businesses that need to have access both to the population density and to New York City.
Now, is there a lot of redevelopment in the area?
There is. I think there are different pockets. So it's hard to make a generalization that all of the Bronx or all of Westchester is under redevelopment, but we're definitely seeing pockets of growth. We're definitely seeing more demand for places like Hunts Point and other areas that are more industrially driven. So this is driven more by industry than it is, for example, luxury apartment high-rises. So it really depends on the market, but there's definitely an uptick in activity.
That was almost like an attorney answer.
It was. He's a former. He's going to be a politician after this. Ayall, what about like suit to fit? Do you see a lot of those right now where people are taking these old office spaces and want it to be renovated in order to fit their new needs, where they have more collaborative workspaces and a much more open office space than we used to see with all the cubicles and things?
For sure. I mean, there's a shift in philosophy from having cube forms, where you have an office space, just put in cubes, and everyone, will work. I think there's a shift away from that, at least in the area that we're seeing. That there's new philosophies in terms of how to create spaces that are conducive to teams. So you're balancing privacy with the ability to collaborate. And so we're finding sort of hybrids that have some form of open space, but also have some privacy. Certain spaces today are being designed that have what I call like a phone booth, which is not literally a phone booth, but a quiet zone, a zone of silence, so people can go in and out of to use for privacy, but yet still be part of a bullpen environment. Right. So there are all sorts of new ways of configuring the office space that promotes collaboration while maintaining some semblance of privacy.
Well, I mean, Ayall, you gave us another huge amount of information. We really appreciate you joining us here today to talk about Westchester, the city, Friedland Realty. How would someone get in touch with you, some of our listeners, if they want to get in touch with you or learn more information about the Cabot Group and what you guys offer? How would they go about that?
Well, they can go onto our website, freelandrealty.com, which is right now under construction, and starting July 25th, they'll see our brand new look. But the best way is to call us up, and you can reach us at 718 or 968-8500 or at 914-968-1800.
All right, fantastic. Thank you again for joining us. And don't forget, everyone, check out their new website, freelandrealty.com, on July 25th. I'll also put it out on Twitter. Follow me there.
Great.
Thank you so much for your time, gentlemen.
All right, thank you. Have a great day.
You too.
But that was Ayall Schanzer, the vice president of the Cabot Group. He came on the air, talked a little bit about Friedland Realty. He's the new CEO, 5 months in. Sounds like he's doing some major things and seems
making
like
the changes
that are necessary, going from independent to collaborative. So we wish him luck in that, and we look forward to seeing many more of their deals covered in the New York Real Estate Journal.
That's right.
Which is bringing together the commercial real estate industry for over 25 years. If you'd like to be a guest or sponsor of this show, call 800-654-4993 or email us at radio@nyrej.com. Again, that's 800-654-4993 or email us at radio@nyrej.com. You can also find more information at nyrej.com about the New York Real Estate Journal. And that was Rick and Eric and the New York Real Estate Journal radio show.